Just come back to you for a minute here. Verse 22.
Ouch. 2:11. Praise God. I can't find it.
But
I'm there.
okay. Get my bookmarks. Come back to using the fan again. You got hives.
What the heck?
Okay.
Oh.
And here, let me see here. I didn't. Oh, okay. I gotta get this ready. Just get you bookmarks. Let's give me a second to get this together. Oh, there it is.
What?
All right. As you can see, the title, Doctrine of Balaam. Try to fit everything in here. Yeah, we said about Balaam and Balaam. That's really how you pronounce it, really. And I don't got to worry about the other scriptures. I already put them down on a thing. And, so, how does Balaam these uh, correspond with our lives? So the things of old are for learning, says in Romans 15:4. Things that happened before. So you don't got to turn there, just do the Numbers 22. Let Revelation 2:12-14. Put on the screen here. Just 1 second. Yeah, here we go. Get rid of that. Get bigger for some reason.
That's all right. I can see it.
Okay. If Linda could see it, anybody can see it.
Yeah.
She's kind of like our tester. All right, so let's just read Revelation 2:12-14. And to the angel of the church in Pergamos write, these saints saith, which have a sharp sword with 2 edges, I know thy works and where thou dwellest, even where Satan's seat is. Thou holdest fast my name, and hast not denied my faith, even in those days wherein Antipas was my faithful martyr, who was slain among you, where Satan dwelleth. But I have a few things against thee, because thou hast there them that hold the doctrine of Balaam, who taught Balak to cast a stumbling block before the children of Israel, to eat things sacrificed to idols, and commit fornication. We find that many times throughout scriptures. There's always somebody making people backslide and doing foolish things. So here, we're not going all 7 churches. We're just jumping in this one of Pergamos. And he uses Balaam, who taught Balak, as an example. That they went into idolatry and fornicated, and that's spiritual. Adultery, fornication. In other words, they didn't obey God. So I'll be reading from the study guide. As I bring it up, we're going back and forth with those scriptures. Okay. So in the book of Revelation, Jesus speaks a church in Pergamos where the Lord commends them for holding fast to his name and not denying his faith. They were able to do this in a place so full of evil. It is described as a place where Satan dwells. There is no small honor. It shows that Christ appreciates those who hold to his name and who hold to his system of faith. That he censures them because they have those who hold the doctrine of Balaam. And we just read that, Revelation 2:14. Not all who worship at Pergamos held to this doctrine, but some in their fellowship were guilty, and the church was condemned by Christ for retaining them. Since the church at Pergamos was condemned for retaining those who held the doctrine of Balaam, it behooves us to know as much about this doctrine so we don't become guilty ourselves. So you always find a few people, Christians in that church, who don't go along with the program, want to do their own thing. Balaam was an Old Testament character and a prophet of God. So that's really chapter 22, 24, but we just go to 22. God had just brought the children of Israel out of Egyptian bondage, and they had pitched their tents in the plains of Moab. The king of the Moabites was Balak, and the presence of the Israelites greatly disturbed him. So the king of the Moabites and Moab was Balak. So let's read 22, we'll read verse 1 through 3. And the children of Israel set forward and pitched in the plains of Moab on the side Jordan by Jericho. And Balak the son of Zippor saw all the Israel had done to the Amorites. And Moab was so afraid of the people because there were many, and Moab was distressed because of the children of Israel. So obviously he must have heard of the crossing of the Red Sea and destroying Egyptians, and you know how powerful they were. Balak was also observant. Balak knew God was with them, and he was powerless to defeat God's people. So Balak's plan was simple: corrupt the Israelites, and God would lead them to their own demise. To this end, Balak called for Balaam. Let's read verse 5 and 6. He sent messengers, therefore, unto Balaam, the son of Beor, to Pethor, however you say it, which is by the river of the land of the children of his people, to call him, saying, Behold, there is a people come out up from Egypt. Behold, they cover the face of the earth. They abide over against me. So remember, this is a pagan king. Come now, therefore, I pray thee, curse me, this people, for they are too mighty for me. Peradventure, that means perhaps, maybe, I shall prevail that we may smite them, that I may drive them out of the land. For I wot, that means I know, that he whom thou believest is blessed, and he whom thou cursest is cursed. So that's the king's statement. Balak the Moabite. And we see Balaam was a prophet for hire. Let's read verse 7 and 8. And the elders of Moab and the elders of Midian departed with the rewards of divination in their hand, and they came unto Balaam and spake unto him the words of Balak. So here we see them using divination. And he said unto them, Lodge, turn the page, Hold on. I'll cheer this night, and I will bring you word again, as the Lord shall speak unto me. And the princes of Moab abode with Balaam. Okay. They brought his fee. Balaam knew what Balak requested was wrong. Curse God's own children through the exercise of prophetic power would be rebellion against God. If Balaam had sternly rebuked the messengers and Balak for such a request, that would have been the end of the matter. However, wealth and honor was offered, and Balaam hesitated, knowing the answer God would give. He, in essence, said, well, let me ask anyway. Think of the presumption of this thing. A minister of God going before God on a matter that would only antagonize God, whom he consults. Balaam entertains the princely guest as if this was an honorable mission. Really up. During the night, Balaam consults God. Let's look verse 9 to 12. God came unto Balaam and said, what men are these with thee? Balaam said unto God, Balak, the son of Zippor. Hold on. Went along my pages. Use my clothespins. Son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent me, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Egypt, which covereth the face of the earth. Come now, curse me them. Peradventure I shall be able to overcome them and drive them out. And God said unto Balaam, thou shalt not go with them. Thou shalt not curse the people, but they are blessed. Okay, so you see what God says. He's talking to God. And notice God's instruction in verse 12. Hold on. Wait, oh, my pages. Right. Verse 12. Was there any doubt that God forbid this evil? Could God have been any more direct? Was there any, how do you say that? Now that you're the good reader here. Ambiguity, I guess, to the command. Not a sentence ever spoke to man that God was ever more plain. Balaam understood it. The next morning, Balaam sent the messenger